Hi guys, welcome back to another video. As you can see, this video is not the usual cover kind of video where I'm singing with my mic, but I will be teaching you how to write a song, walking you through how I write songs. As a songwriter myself, I guess this video can be for anyone. I'm Sua. I am a singer-songwriter and a small artist. I make my own music, release it all independently. I'm so tiny as an artist. I'm so small that I don't have like a producer, or I'm not signed to like a record label or whatever. Like I'm just a student, and I want to be in the big leagues one day. Hopefully, guys, hopefully. Anyways, let's get right into the video. Sorry for yapping too much. Let's go. Okay, first thing that you're gonna need is definitely a notebook or some kind of paper or whatever, like a notes app. You could use whatever, literally anything. And the second thing that you'll be needing is a pencil, whatever, right? You just need that, and an instrument, and your voice. Maybe you're not a singer yourself. Maybe you're just someone who just wants to write, and I guess who likes writing and like writing poems. I feel like that's perfect because songwriting is basically poetic, I would say. Okay. Get the chords you want. Number one, get the chords. This is honestly, I'm not like specialized in songwriting, where I don't like, I'm not some like professional person, but I'm really all self-taught. And so this is just based on my experience and how I go through a song or go through songs. As you can see, I have my electric guitar from like 4 years ago, and that's when I started songwriting. So just get, I would say 4 chords, to be honest. Get 4 chords, and kind of, because I feel like that's the most simple, and just alternate between those 4. So let's say, I feel like the most simple kind of chord progression that you could see throughout any song and most easy is like the C and C major. So C, E minor, A minor, F, and you just alternate between those. Or you could just do C, A minor, E minor, just whatever. But like the most simple songs I've seen, okay, for example, Heather by Conan Gray. Although it's like not in the key of C, I'm pretty sure it's not. It has the chords, like, although like they put it on capos, this is what a capo looks like. Can you hear that, guys? It's ASMR. Sorry. So you just put it to change the key, change whatever key, right? So if you do like this, it's higher. It's gonna be higher. If you do this, it's lower. Okay, can you see that? Okay. He still uses the chords C, E minor, A minor, and then F, and I think F minor later on. But yeah, know how to play an instrument, at least one instrument. So let's just use that example. So I always write down my chords, what I'm going to use. So C, E minor, A minor, F. So this is what I have so far. And then I like to think about like a certain idea, certain theme for the song. And so most times you would think about like love, like heartbreak, but I don't know. Or maybe like sad songs about heartbreak, growing up, feeling ignored, feeling depressed, like all those sad songs. Or I just go like the other way, which is like happy, like falling in love, feeling joyful overall. I'm not sure. And so I like to alternate between those two emotions, honestly, for now, because I think it's the easiest to, alternate between two very extremes when you're writing songs. So happy or sad, honestly. I feel like these chords are kind of sad, so I think we're just gonna go with sad. There are 2 minor chords, 2 major chords, but like the order of it is gonna sound very out of tune. So those are what the chords sound like. Like if you do Heather, I still remember the 3rd of December, me in your sweater. You said it looked better on me than it did you. Only if you knew how much I liked you, but I watch your eyes. Olivia Rodrigo's Traitor is also C, E minor, A minor, in F. Hers is in like a higher key, but I'm just gonna do the same thing. Brown guilty eyes and little white lies, yeah, I played dumb but I always knew. As you can see, those are all examples of how those chords are very commonly used. So, sad song. And then I just keep on playing these chords over and over. I don't know if you can hear this, honestly, but I just like play the chords over and over again until I think of an emotion that I would like to portray. I don't know, like, I'm just trying to think of like this scenario, and like I think it's really, really good to have a scenario in your head. Honestly, I like to start my songs off with like honestly anything. So any like line that comes into my head while I'm like playing. I think I tuned it, I don't know. Never really wanted to do. It was easy for you. You just never wanted to lose. Honestly, if you've written poems before, that's probably going to be a really big help for you, because you have to rhyme when you're writing poems. For some poems, most poems, basically that's like writing a song. Okay, I'm back, and it took me, I think, a minute to just like kind of turn off the camera and then like think of like 3 more verses ish. I don't really want to make this video too long and too detailed, because honestly, I'm not like a professional at writing songs. This is just something that I have a little experience in. Okay, so I got the next lines. You just kind of think of these, like, you just think about the emotions. You kind of like put your shoes into like that scenario, and if you were this person. Leaving was easy for you, but I never wanted to lose. I guess I missed out on the signs. You never loved me like that. Now you moved on so fast. I thought I was worth more than that. That's it. I wrote 6 lines, and honestly, that's how I go with my songwriting. I honestly just like to write songs whenever I feel like I want to write songs, and so you kind of just write like that. And obviously there's got to be structure to a song. You can't just like put like a bunch of words on a page and call it a song. Okay, the verse, maybe you could put a second verse. That's usually the order is like 2 verses, pre-chorus, and then the chorus, and then the second verse official, like after the chorus, and then they go back to the chorus. So this is the second chorus, and then usually in songs there's something called the bridge, and it's like kind of like, I guess, the climax, you know, and where I feel like you see a lot of times singers kind of expressing their emotion at the peak in the bridge and making it very dramatic, especially like Taylor Swift, her bridges, or Olivia Rodrigo, again, her bridges, even Conan Gray. Like, I know I'm talking about the same artist over again, or even Leve, or K-pop idols, like any K-pop idols that you like, maybe their songs have those kinds of bridges. Coldplay, Billie Eilish. I feel like a lot of the big artists, they at least have one song with like a bridge. They probably all most have bridges, but like at least one song that's like a bridge that's like very powerful, and you know, it's like it's like at the peak of their song. So this is review. This is not a class, but this is review. Number 1, get your chords. Number 2, get an instrument or an accompanying instrument, whatever there is, whether it be a piano, a guitar, or it could just be GarageBand, and you're just using the instruments digitally, which is perfectly fine as well. And 3rd, when you make the lyrics, rhyme. And when you do make the lyrics, make sure that the song has a theme. So I guess 5 things. Wait, let me do that again. So chords. 2nd is instrument. 3rd is have a theme for your song. 4th is rhyme. 5th, I don't know if there's a 5th one. I guess 5th would be like, don't be afraid of making mistakes. Don't be afraid of making a bad song, because I've made plenty of bad songs, trust me, and it's just that I haven't released it, you know. Even I've released bad songs too that I think now they're terrible, but back then I thought they were like perfect. I thought they were like absolutely great. This is gonna make it, you know. And sometimes actually most of the times that doesn't happen, and you kind of just learn through that. And I think that's just what you need to do in order to get to a point where you can tell if your songs are good or not, right? Like, I think being more exposed to different artists, as well as being more exposed to creating things, I think you need to create and have that experience as well. That's it for my songwriting tutorial. Sorry if this didn't help. I just kind of blabbed on about songwriting and how I personally do it, but if this really helps for you, I am thankful that this helps. I really, really hope that to anyone out there, even though this video probably might get like 50 views, like anyone out there, even one person, if this really helped, like, girl, I'm proud of you. And honestly, that means a lot to me. And if you don't mind, guys, check out my music. My TikTok is linked in my bio area too, so check out my TikTok. I do a lot of fun videos there too. Check out my Spotify or Apple Music, whatever you guys have. Stream my music. Hope you guys have a lovely day today. Thank you for watching once again. Bye.